Hey everyone, and welcome back to English Podcast with Zico.
And Sarah, it is so good to be back with you all.
Absolutely. And today we're tackling a topic that's pretty deep. It's something that's been on my mind a lot as we're in this beautiful month.
It's a heavy one, but in a good way, you know? It's a question that can really shift your entire focus. The topic is, what if this is your last Ramadan?
Whew, yeah, just hearing it gives you pause. But we really think that by leaning into this question instead of shying away from it, we can unlock a much deeper experience this month.
Completely agree. So grab your coffee or tea, well, maybe water if you're listening after iftar, and let's get into it.
All right, so Sarah, let's just dive right in. When I throw that question at you, what if this is your last Ramadan? What is the very first thing that pops into your head or that you feel?
My immediate reaction is it's like a sudden, sharp intake of breath. You know that feeling? It's a jolt. It completely stops you in your tracks.
A jolt is a perfect word for it, yeah.
Because it pulls you out of what you were just talking about, the routine. It's so easy to get into the rhythm of Ramadan, which is good, but it can become automatic.
Totally automatic. It becomes the checklist, right? Okay, woke up for suhoor, check. Didn't drink water all day, check. Iftar, check. Pray tarawih, check. And you can do all those things without your heart really being present.
Exactly. You can be physically fasting, but mentally you're just thinking about your work deadline or what you're going to eat later or, I don't know, that show you're binging.
Right, but this question, it's like a pattern interrupt. It just shatters that whole going through the motions thing. It forces you to look at every single action and ask, okay, but why am I doing this and how am I doing it?
And it introduces this profound sense of urgency. I mentioned that before, but it's not a stressful urgency. It's more like you've just been told you have a ticket to the most amazing place in the world, but the ticket expires at midnight.
Ooh, that's a great analogy. Yeah, you're not panicked, you're energized. You want to experience everything that place has to offer before your time is up.
Yes, and that's what it feels like. Suddenly, it's not, oh, I have to pray Isha and Taraweeh. It's, wow, I get to pray. I get this chance to stand before God one more time.
The language shifts from obligation to gratitude.
Completely. It becomes a privilege. Every moment becomes precious. That sip of water at iftar isn't just quenching thirst, it's a mercy from Allah that you might not experience again. That hug with your mom after prayers, you hold on a little tighter.
It re-enchants the whole month. It makes everything sacred again in a way. Like, you know how when you visit a place for the last time, you notice all the little details you never saw before? The color of the sky, the sound of the birds.
Oh, that's so true.
It's like that with Ramadan. You start noticing the sweetness in the dates, the peace in the early morning before Fajr, the unity in praying alongside strangers. All these things become so much more vibrant.
Okay, so if we're living with that mindset, what do we actually do? Let's get into the nitty-gritty. What are the practical, day-to-day things that would look different for you, Zico?
The first and biggest thing, without a doubt, is my prayer, my salah. I feel like I'm sometimes guilty of what they call the pecking chicken prayer, you know?
Yes, the super fast prostration. I think we all are at times.
Right? You're just trying to get it done. But if I knew it was my last set of prayers, man, I would slow everything way down. I would take a deep breath before I even said Allahu Akbar. I'd really try to clear my mind and just be there.
Just be present in that moment.
Exactly. And I would focus on the meaning. Like when I'm reciting Al-Fatiha, instead of it being this thing I've memorized since I was 5, I'd really think, you alone we worship, and you alone we ask for help. Like really mean it from the bottom of my soul.
That's huge. That changes everything. For me, I think it would be my relationship with the Quran. It's so easy to get caught up in the race, to finish it, right? To get that check mark.
The Hatam culture, yeah.
Yeah, which is beautiful, don't get me wrong. But if this were my last chance to engage with God's words, I don't think I'd care about finishing it. I would care about it finishing me or changing me.
Ooh, I like that. finishing you?
You know, I'd probably just take one page a day or maybe even one verse, and I would read the translation, read the tafsir, listen to a lecture about it. I would sit with that verse and ask, Allah, what are you trying to tell me with this right now in my life? It would become a dialogue.
A deep, personal dialogue. Yeah, that's so much more impactful than just speeding through pages you don't even understand.
And this is a big one for me, the people part. Relationships.
Yes. That's always where it gets real.
Completely. Any little bit of resentment or grudge I'm holding on to, it would just seem so incredibly stupid, so pointless, you know?
Oh my gosh, yes. You'd think I was mad about that? Really? In the grand scheme of things, it's nothing.
It's nothing. I would pick up the phone, I would send the text, I would apologize. Even if I thought I was right, I would forgive freely because the weight of that stuff, you don't want to meet God carrying that.
No way. You want to go with a light heart, a clean heart. And that extends to charity too. I think I'd be looking for ways to give every single hour. Not just money, but, helping someone with their groceries, smiling at a stranger, making dua for someone without them knowing.
Secret acts of kindness.
Yeah, all those little things, they become the most important things. As we're talking through all this and imagining this perfect last Ramadan, a thought keeps hitting me.
What's that?
Why should it take this thought experiment for us to act this way? The truth is, we are not guaranteed another day, let alone another Ramadan.
That's it right there. That's the core of it. We live with this illusion of permanence. We always think, oh, I'll be a better person next Ramadan. I'll fix that relationship later. I'll start praying properly when I'm older.
Procrastination, spiritual procrastination.
Exactly. But the reality is, this Ramadan could be our last. The next prayer we pray could be our final one. This isn't meant to be scary, it's just a fact. It's the truth.
And it's meant to be liberating, actually. Because when you accept that truth, you start living differently. You start living with intention.
Right, you stop sweating the small stuff. That person who cut you off in traffic, it doesn't ruin your day. The silly office drama, you rise above it because your focus is on something so much bigger.
Your focus is on your meeting with your Creator. And this mindset, it's really what Ramadan is supposed to teach us. It's a month-long training camp to cultivate this awareness so that we can carry it with us for the rest of the year.
It's building the muscle of mindfulness, of God consciousness, so that even in October, on a random Tuesday, you can pause and think, let me pray this Dhuhr prayer with presence, because it's a gift and it's not guaranteed.
So really, the challenge for all of us listening, including us, is to try and embody the spirit, not with sadness or with fear, but with a profound sense of gratitude and purpose.
Yeah, let's not wait for a hypothetical last Ramadan. Let's treat this one, the one we are in right now, as the most important month of our lives, because it is.
Well said. Let's pour everything we have into it. Every prayer, every fast, every act of charity, every moment of reflection. Let's really strive to make a change that lasts.
A change that lasts. I love that. We truly hope this conversation has been beneficial and gives you some food for thought as you go through the rest of this blessed month.
And we would genuinely love to hear how you try to make your Ramadan more meaningful. You can always find us on our social media channels. The links are in the description.
But that's all the time we have for today's episode. Thank you so much for joining us on English Podcast with Zico
and Sarah. We pray you have a deeply rewarding, transformative, and accepted Ramadan. Take care, everyone.
Bye for now.